I'm on the phone with the college right now. I'll explain.
Okay, and then again, I'll could I get your email address and I can email you the facility fee, or I mean the facility form.
Yep.
And since this is during our hours of business, then there's no fee. And then I'll have you look at the back side, page 2, which is the agreements.
Okay.
Okay, so your email address?
It is my first and last name, so Sheldon. And then my last name Kania.
At gmail.com.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I'll send that to you. Okay, then again, I'll include Rose in there so you can contact her directly through either email or phoning her.
Okay.
And then, what's the name of your event going to be? Do you know?
We'll just put down for now. The veteran's gonna read "See Me Now." Can we do like our can we do like in memorial of Charlie Kirk, presented by See Me Now or something like that for now? Well, it's not a memorial, but it's kind of like that's why I'm holding it, kind of keep his voice live. So the first, like me being there is kind of like it's kind of like all of us are going to be there to honor him, and then but my channel, See Me Now Media, is going to be like from now on the movement's going to be like See Me Now. So like us as so how about we just put down See Me Now?
Okay,
Just do a See Me Now event like that, yeah.
what was the first part you said?
So it would read like a See Me Now event is being held, etc.
Oh, see, okay, a See Me Now. I
Yeah.
wasn't catching that. A
Sorry.
See Me Now event. Okay, okay, and then just so you know that any um, we do not do any marketing to our campus students, staff, or faculty
Okay.
through the rental of our venue. So there's nothing we can, help you with reaching out to that or the community. We don't, advertise any of that. So it's all up to you as far as, getting your word out.
Yep. That's all I'm trying to do.
Okay. Yep, and that's good. Okay, and then with this event that you're holding, in light of this in the public right now, do you have any plans for security based on
That's one thing I was
COVID?
going to ask you is maybe I know you guys got campus security, maybe have one there, or if not, maybe I can get an off-duty officer to be there as well.
Okay, you can definitely do that, and then I will mention that to our campus security also.
Okay.
And so if you can have one, that's going to be city.
Yep.
PO, peace officer. Okay. Okay, I'll mention it to them, whether they have that available or not, but you definitely will. And then when you fill that form out, if you could put that on the facility form, it'll be on the front page. There's a little section, a box that says additional information. If you could put that in the name of the officer that you're working with to be here with you.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise,
and then I just email everything back to you.
Correct. Yep, you can email it back to me. Otherwise, I believe that is it. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, I don't. I appreciate you calling me back, ma'am. I'm really looking forward to holding this event, and if I have any other questions, I will definitely reach out to you.
Okay. Yep. Sure. And you were thinking like how many people, like if we do classroom style, I'm sorry. Yeah, you said classroom style. We can get about 50 in there, just so you know, the max setup in that configuration.
Yeah, I think that would be best since if we're going to have amenities. I guess if more people show up, they're free to come in and stand or,
yep,
things like that.
Okay. Yeah, and then when you first come in that room, and again, if you want to stop up sometime and take a look, you can just give me a call or email me when you think you might be stopping by. But when you first come in, there's a table by the door to the left. So like if you're going to maybe use that for some refreshments, and then what else?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
There's a little space there at the front. Filling a remote classroom style front to back. It doesn't leave much room in the back for a food refreshment table. Okay, all right.
So you said it doesn't leave much room?
It's not when it's in that configuration in classroom style, to put all the tables that are needed for that. So if you want to say up to 50 people, on the number of attendants when you fill that form out, and then, if you talk with Rose and find out if she's would allow you to bring in or she can accommodate you, and then, sometimes they put a table outside the door with some refreshments, like right out in the hallway.
Right, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, it sounds good. I'm looking forward to all this.
All right. Well, thank you for having it held here on campus.
Not a problem. I think it's a good thing to do. So.
Okay, and then you're doing this for the community as well.
Yeah, yeah. So there might be some people from the community come in. Well, there will be, but I figured holding it on campus would bring it to a whole nother audience, which would help the community even more. So bringing it to the young people coming out of school and growing up, and I think it's a very good idea to have these discussions held and things of that nature.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a blessed day.
Yep. You too.
Bye. Well, guys, I wasn't expecting to start this live stream and have the phone call right away, but I guess it's a good thing that I did, isn't it? So I will announce now again that I am holding a on-campus discussion at my local college. Just booked the room, as you heard. Whoop whoop. Proud of myself. So it will be live streamed. I'm allowed to do that, which is awesome. We're gonna live stream this event. It's gonna be talking to young kids in the community about how we can come together and grow as a community and be and not stop being divided, be more together and whatnot. So yeah, give me 1 second, and then we're gonna kick this off here. Don't got much time since that phone call came in, but give me 1 sec. All right, guys. Sorry I had to make it short so we can promote this stream a little bit, get some people in here, make sure that this is not privated like I did the last time. We cannot keep doing that, y'all. Your boy needs to start being more diligent on how he uploads stuff. I also need to hit the gym, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I need to hit the gym. I need to go hard. But man, I've just been doing so much stuff lately when it comes to trying to get things going and do content, work, take care of my kids. I got to add in the time for the gym though. But today, so I guess I'm gonna announce, since you guys just heard over the phone, I am booking a college, um, basically, whatever you want to call it, show or link up, whatever. It's gonna be basically like a presentation, dialogue having situation where we're all gonna come together and talk about how we can be better as a community, and have more discourse as a community, so we can not only better the community for ourselves, but better it for us and our children. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm proud of myself. This is awesome. At the end of the day, my first ever college speaking event is going to be held October 3rd, 7 o'clock p.m. I will have security, so don't be trying nothing stupid. You hear me? Yeah, I'm very proud of myself. I'm excited. This is going to be awesome. But since I don't have much time, let's kind of exit off that topic for a second, even though I'm very excited about it. Um, so if you guys haven't already looked at the Candace Owens video, where she's calling out everybody, Benjamin Netanyahu, the donors that were dealing with Charlie Kirk, um, Tucker Carlson, everybody who was there at his events after the fact before this happened. We were all thinking them boys did it. We all had at least an idea. We all don't have proof yet. But like Candace said, we don't like those little lies. We don't like them. Because guess what? In America, those little lies lead to something. And like Candace said, if I find one little lie, there's going to be 20 other of them. 20 other lies, right? So at the end of the day, here we go. We're going to jump into it. Candace comes out straight on fire. You can tell by the passion in her voice. She is not playing around. Before I go to work, we're going to try and cover as much of this as we can. I have an hour. So let's try and run through as much of this as we can. God bless you guys. I hope you guys are having a good week. But you can, just like Charlie's wife said, you're going to hear the screams of this widow throughout the nation, throughout the world. You're going to hear the screams of Candace Owens as well. Just like there's a scorned widow out there because this happened, there's definitely a scorned best friend, and she's not playing around. She not only calls out billionaire donors, but she calls out Tucker Carlson, Benjamin Netanyahu, and a lot of other people. And she's calling for them to tell the truth and release audio clips. She's calling for Turning Point USA to release phone calls and video clips. She's calling for a lot. And at this point, I think she's making it so there is no room to even have a small lie anymore. She's willing to upload her text messages. So let's run it up. I love you guys. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. I'm not playing around. She's not playing around. We're not playing around. Let's get her done. Let's go. Love you guys. See if the audio will work this time, huh?
All right, you guys, we're going to jump right into this with no introduction. There's a lot that I would like to speak with you guys about. Can't wait to hear your feedback. A lot of lies that are being put out there, narratives that I would say are half truths or just misrepresentations entirely. And I don't really see the reason for that. First and foremost, to let you know, last week was not a
I already listened to the first little bit of this. I'm making lunch. Listen to this. I'm going to be right back.
dream. Charlie Kirk, my friend, is dead. And he was publicly executed. I want to make that clear. Charlie Kirk was publicly executed before the world. And as we are all searching for answers, the ones that are being supplied to us are not making a lot of sense. And some people, I would say, are speaking too much, are speaking on behalf of other people. I don't like it. I will say something that I think brought the world a lot of relief, also, sadness. We were grieving with her, was when his wife, Mrs. Erica Kirk, addressed not just the nation, but the entire world. Her words were very powerful. And we just have a very brief portion of her remarks, which you should pursue in their entirety. But here she is.
If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country. In this world, you have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry. To everyone listening tonight across America, the movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. It will not die.
Here's how I went from burnout to booked as a full-time photographer with the help of my bestie, Honeybook. When I first started my business, it used to take me a minimum of 2 devices in a 16-step process just to send a single contract, all while balancing a coffee in one hand and my existential dread in the other. My business was literal chaos. I had 85 tabs open.
Beautiful, powerful work.
You know, I'm getting YouTube Premium right now because you know what would make it a good stream if I had YouTube Premium, so I went away from the fucking camera, it'd be able to play.
Words. Charlie had just one wife. What we got to see across this weekend is that there were so many people around the world, like she said, who were deeply moved by Charlie Kirk throughout their lives, and of course have been deeply moved by this tragedy. And what she is describing there, that fire, a lot of us are feeling it. I am definitely feeling it. I had a very tough weekend, a very tough weekend. I will say this, my entire life, I've not been much of a crier. It is not my choice emotion. I'm not a person who bursts into tears, and some people are like that. This weekend, I didn't just cry. I wept. I wept for Charlie. Obviously, I didn't make it through the tribute to him on Friday. And for those of you who wanted to see me in a moment of weakness, that was delivered to you. Fair. Yeah. I watched my friend get shot in the neck. Yeah, that's what happened. I just want to say that he was publicly executed again before the world. The question is why, right? You know, when you are in a state of grief, you go through a lot of emotions, and I'm arriving right now at a lot of anger, the audacity of some people. It has taken much restraint and prayer, and I had to speak with a priest. I had to go to confession. These emotions that I am having, wanting to respond with Charlie in his own words, really. People that are coming forward and saying this is what he thought and this is how he should be remembered. It just feels really inappropriate to me. I didn't know what to do other than to scroll through messages between me and Charlie, regarding which there are a ton of them. And kept going back and watching the many videos of us dancing to the song Power. And it felt appropriate to reach out to Ye, speaking about things, talking about his mode when he wrote the song. You know, when you wrote the song Power, why did we have it as our hype song? Because the song is about the ability to find it within yourself to become what you know you are capable of becoming inside of a matrix, when you just realize everything is dishonest, that everything is performative, that people are dishonest, that they are going to try to stop you from being great. In fact, it's the end of the song. The question that he asks at the end of the song, that's the most important. Ye asks, do you have the power to let power go? Do you have the power to say no to power?
So you're telling me that it's not healthy to obsess over your partner 24/7 like I do? What you've described.
You know, I told you
No, that means you're crazy.
guys that Charlie was going through a spiritual transformation at the end, and all of the usual suspects were really angry that I hinted towards that. What do you mean? You're not allowed to say that. They were attacking me, trying to make me fearful, to speak out and speak about the things that I know. I'm not feeling very fearful right now. I am, like I said, very angry. And I found, Charlie's favorite portion of the song.
Like I said, scorned wife, bro, or scorned friend. She's coming out mad. She's coming out with a vengeance. Let's go.
I'll show you the text between him and I, because this feels very relevant right now. This is, again, lyrics directly from the song Power, but I just needed time alone with my own thoughts, got treasures in my mind, but couldn't open up my own vault. My childlike creativity, purity, and honesty is honestly being crowded by these grown thoughts. Reality is catching up with me, taking my inner child. I'm fighting for custody with these responsibilities that they entrusted me. And that's a moment where he is really speaking about how hard it is. Like when you're saying, no, this is what I believe, And they say, you're not allowed to believe that. You feel like you are fighting for custody of yourself. And I want to be very clear that I believe, in fact, I know that towards the end, Charlie was fighting for custody of himself. I want to say that. I want to say that plainly. And there are lies that are being told and they need to be slapped down right now. There's one person who's been out there acting like he is a widow, just saying the absolute most, tweeting first about what happened to Charlie, following it minute to minute, and doing hits in a foreign country, right? Like making time to do hits on Fox News, 2 of them. Bibi Netanyahu who's fighting, I think, like an 84 front war with everyone, made a lot of time for Charlie Kirk. You would have thought they were the best of friends, as close as him and Trump.
Yeah, see, to me, that's just the wildest thing, you guys. I mean, not only that, but they were the first news station, news area. Israel was the first people to break the news. If you go look, from what I've seen, they were the first people to break the news. And then he comes out and reads a letter. Like, to me, to me, it's kind of sinister. Like, he comes out, reads this letter about his main goal is to reunite the Judeo-Christian, community, and how he was just such a fan of Israel. And I don't know, guys. I mean, to me, this is just, I don't know. It's freaky, and it's listen to this, man.
But I will say I don't recall Erica mentioning Bibi Netanyahu in her speech. The way he's presenting it is like he was I mean, this is just the worst loss for him, but I don't think that is the truth. In fact, I know for a fact that he is misrepresenting some things that happened there towards the end. So let's at first listen to what Bibi Netanyahu, just one day, less than 24 hours after Charlie died, what Bibi Netanyahu had to say on Fox News. Take a listen.
We're just heartbroken. Myself, my wife, my family, my son actually, and his 2019 visit to Israel, had lunch with him and his wife, Erica. We're shattered first as human beings because a great human being has been.
And mind you, days before this happened, they struck Qatar trying to get a Hamas leader, and they missed him, but hurt civilians, and I'm pretty sure even unalived one. Which, as you guys know, Qatar, Trump just got done meeting with, and they're a U.S. ally. So if they don't have the respect to respect U.S. allies and not harm them or attack them behind the United States back, what other things are they not respectful about? It was already known that they used to sell intelligence or technology of ours. Don't know, guys. I mean, to me, just this whole thing just stinks. And Candace, shout out to you for being so strong, because you are just, yeah, very strong. I love you, girl. Keep it pushing. God bless you.
Taken from us. Was an extraordinary friend. He said, he wrote me a letter on May 2nd this year. He said, one of my greatest joys as a Christian is advocating for Israel and forming alliances to defend Judeo-Christian civilization. A few weeks before the tragedy yesterday, I called him and I spoke to him and I said, please come to Israel. I invited him to Israel. And sadly, that visit will not take place. But he was a defender of our common Judeo-Christian civilization. He was unbelievably excited to walk in the footsteps of Jesus here. He valued our bond, the bond between America and Israel. He did so many things to defend free speech. He had his truth. He stood up for it. But he said, you can come and debate me. He invited that debate. He certainly didn't invite the violence, the horrible violence that tried to silence him. And, this is a worldwide problem. The people on the extremes, the Islamists, the radical Islamists, and their union with the ultra progressives, they often speak about human rights. They speak about free speech, but they use violence to try to take down their enemies, whether it's President Trump, who's been almost assassinated twice, or, they try to kill me here too. But they got Charlie Kirk, and it's just heartbreaking.
Who is they, BB? Who is they who got Charlie Kirk?
Very good
We don't have to
question.
actually speak conspiracies. I'm just wondering because
Who
you
is
said a
they?
lot there, but it really sounded like it was about BB trying to establish a narrative that we saw reinforced by a lot of people that, Charlie kind of made it almost sound like he died for Israel. I mean, Trump's account even tweeted out a photo of Charlie and an American flag and also an Israeli flag, a bit of AI used, like this is just who Charlie was. He says Judeo-Christian values. He spoke to him 2 weeks ago. Again, you would think he was busy fighting this 97,000 front war, but no, he's letting you know that he just randomly picks up the phone and calls Charlie Kirk and invites him to Israel.
I've been trying to configure this field for an hour,
I gotta
but this
wake up,
CRM
man. That's
sucks.
true.
Maybe it's time.
How would BB do that?
And you guys need to, I mean, I really stress listening to her these next 10 to 20 minutes because this is just crazy what she says. I mean, just insane. Fucking wild. Like the video, guys. If you're new to the channel, double tap that screen. Actually, we're on a different format. Hit the like button. Comment down below what's up. Hit the notification bell after you subscribe so you can be in every stream. Love you guys. Let's go.
That it seems like maybe there's a little more to the story. No, there definitely is a little bit more to the story. First and foremost, that letter he is holding up, he is severely misrepresenting. Those sentences are real, but I am calling upon Bibi Netanyahu, the dear friend to Charlie Kirk, to publish the letter's entire contents. Like, don't start with just 2 sentences. Publish the entire thing. You're holding it. I'm saying you're severely misrepresenting the contents that in May, Charlie was concerned about Israel and their influence on American politics and how they were pushing things
By the way, say hello to S'mores. He's purring. Can you hear him? I don't know if you could hear that.
that he felt were in conflict with his beliefs, free speech here in America. Bibi's holding it up like Charlie just in May said, hey, you know what? I just want to write a love letter to Israel. That's how it was presented. Would you guys agree? That's not how it happened. Now, regarding that phone call and that invite, that also needs to be contextualized. And I'm going to do that. But first, Skylar, can we bring in a clip of Charlie from a month ago speaking about the kind of pressure that he was under? Because I think that will also help to
Listen
further
up here, guys.
contextualize this. Take a listen.
I'm an American citizen. Yes, I want Israel to win. Yes, I'm a Christian. But like some of the mess, and you've seen how I've been treated, Megan, by some, not all, by some.
No, it's very irritating.
It's
been
almost
so
as if
unfair.
you,
They were coming after you after Turning Point for, among other things,
it's so-
that you had Dave Smith there. Dave Smith is allowed to
Questioning my-
criticize Israel. You had both sides.
No,
The Israeli side was
you're not allowed to,
overrepresented.
though. No, you're not allowed to. It's even worse than that. Again, I just want to repeat for the 5th time. I love Israel. I want Israel to win. But my moral character is now being put into question, Megan. Not my decisions. Not like, hey, are you doing this? Is it smart or is it?
You know, his moral character is being put into question because he can't question them boys. But what about the moral character of the complete genocide that's going on over there? I mean, God, listen to what he says at the end. I'm gonna let it play out, and then I'm gonna quote it.
Dumb, but no, I am a bad person if I do this. And I could go, I mean, you saw it, Megan, it was trending on Twitter, thousands of tweets and text messages. And if I were to be charitable and generous, I will say the people that are attacking me are in a hyper paranoid state because they're at war, and war tends to make things black and white. And you're a hammer looking for a nail. So I'm trying to be charitable, Megan. Literally, I'm trying to cut as much slack as I can, right? Like, okay, what would it be like if all of a sudden I'm starting to see a pattern of behavior similar to what my grandparents saw in 1930s Germany online? How would I behave? So that's like my charitable kind of overcompensation spirit. At the same time, I'm like, but it's not defensible to be dumb, right?
All right, but one thing she didn't show on this, I forgot. He also says at the end, I have a strong feeling that I get criticized more being critical of Israel than a Israeli would. And that just says it all right there on how he was feeling. There's also other things he was saying. Let's keep going.
No, it's not defensible to be dumb. And he was under an increasing amount of pressure, not just people telling him, oh, well, I'm upset with who you're inviting, but flat out telling him that he was not allowed to invite certain people to his events. They were threatening to pull out money. Charlie was getting a lot of really nasty text messages, and many of them pertaining to Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. But Tucker Carlson was really the focus when it came to America Fest. How could Charlie allow these debates about Israel to take place? How could he allow Dave Smith, who, by the way, is Jewish, how could how could Charlie allow this other position to meet the stage? Because obviously when people start to hear the debates, what Dave Smith is saying sounds so rational, but it was up to Charlie to not allow those things to happen. And that amount of pressure towards the end, as you see that conversation he had with Meghan was just a month before he lost his life, really, I would say, reached a pinnacle of sorts on the matter of what Tucker Carlson actually said on that stage. Tucker Carlson, while he was on that stage at Turning Point, brought up Bill Ackman. Bill Ackman is a billionaire, obviously. He is also an extremely
Throws around his money and power. I mean, he throws it around like it's nothing.
litigious billionaire. And Bill Ackman was on Charlie about comments that Tucker Carlson had made on that stage. Tucker Carlson specifically asked the question, where does Bill Ackman's money come from? Who is this guy? Actually, who is this guy that has this much influence? And like I said, Bill Ackman was not happy about this. And so I would like to contextualize Bibi. Again, these are things Bibi brought up publicly, which he didn't have to. He didn't have to bring up the letter. He didn't have to bring up the phone call, but he chose to do this less than 24 hours after Charlie Kirk was shot. Personally, Bibi, I would have appreciated if you guys used all of your spyware, you'd spying on us for years, to maybe track down the killer. But I guess this is where you thought it was best to do a little propaganda for Israel would be better than us helping us track down the killer. But anyway, so Bibi Netanyahu in that phone call, what took place was a couple of weeks ago before Charlie lost his life. Charlie was in the Hamptons and he had more than one event, but he had essentially what was staged, an intervention was staged by Bill Ackman. Because Charlie's rational thoughts about Israel were a no-no. This is not the route that you should be going on. And Charlie was surrounded by his friends, his quote unquote friends. Bill Ackman was very upset. And
co-producer is going to give you unique sounds that actually fits your track in seconds. Let me show you. First,
threats were made. That is what I am told, and I will tell you that I am very happy for Bill Ackman to dispute this narrative. In fact, he was asked to dispute this narrative. Max Blumenthal went out to him today, and Bill Ackman came back and said, I have receipts I can show you, and he did not provide the receipts. This is not how it went down. I know it went down this way. I'm waiting for one of them to go on record and to say that it didn't go down this way.
All right, here we go. She's about to get into it, y'all. She is about to expose these people. You guys have no idea. What she's about to say is fucking crazy. And not only that, but I can't even finish this whole thing because I got to go work soon, so I got to shut up. But we will pick up on it later. This is just wild what she's about to say because she knows all these donors that were putting pressure on them. She was there. She has inside knowledge. You're about to see.
It was at this time that Bibi Netanyahu was called and Charlie was invited to Israel. This was an under duress situation, I would say, because I've been in these situations before. When I started asking very sensible questions about Israel, as someone who had dedicated her political life to supporting Israel, many times alongside Charlie Kirk, I was met with the very same pressure. And just like Charlie was being invited to Israel, I was invited somewhere else. And when this arrived to me, it felt like a threat. I got to tell you that. It felt like a threat, like not like, hey, come here and we can educate you because you're my friend. More like This is your last chance. That's how it felt to me. I
Oh, y'all
can't
had to
speak
grab
to how
beef
it felt
steak,
to
my bad.
Charlie. And I know that Charlie was offered a ton of money in this moment.
You see how it goes though? Like, just my point. Excuse me. Whenever we be talking about Israel, right? And how she brings up money. Or especially when we bring up the Illuminati in America. How you sell your soul. He didn't sell his soul. He didn't make the deal with the devil. And look what happened. Then you see all these other people who do make the deal with the devil, and look what happens. They threatened to pull major money out of his turning point, whatever, his channel, whatever they were involved in. I'm not really sure, but they're definitely involved. I mean, it's just crazy how this can all be out there, this can all be talked about, and yet still, it, people are starting to wake up. Definitely, there's a great awakening happening, but this has been going on for forever. And it's just crazy how we let it go on this long. All for what? For what? What do they even provide to us? Nothing, dude. Like, I can't say this stuff because we're on YouTube, but I will be saying it on X. Follow my X account. I'll tag it at the end of this video before I get off. Because that's the only place I have free speech. But this shit's just wild, you guys. Like, a lot of people don't even know that this is how things are going on. It's literally like there's mobs running America. Like, we've kind of known that. But when you see this, there's evil shit out here, guys.
A ton of money. People would fund it, spend tons of money. And Turning Point, I guess, if it needed to go to a higher level, would have gone to an even higher level than it already was at. And I know for a fact that Charlie denied that funding. That Charlie denied, and what BB didn't include there, he declined to go to Israel for, I would describe this as like, re-education camp. We've seen it. You made an uh-oh, but we can help you. We just need you to come out to Auschwitz and take a picture. Yeah. We just need you to come to the Holocaust Museum and take a photo. We just need you to go to Israel and we can make this better. Charlie said no to BB. Okay. Bill Ackman, if you would like to dispute that, I would love to hear what you say happened, because our sources and what we have.
Hollywood is a place.
I'm sorry, guys. Next stream I will have YouTube
sacrificed.
Premium. Just ain't been on my priority
It's
list lately.
solid. Okay. There were conversations that took place, messages that were sent at that time, and they are solid. So I decided another person that was there, and I am not surprised this person was there. If you've been listening to my show, Seth Dillon, I was going to go out to Seth Dillon, and I decided to message him last night about this Hamptons meeting. And Seth Dillon, who is normally very quick with a response, has not yet been able to respond. I'll show you this text message chain. And I want to be clear, I am not someone who normally publicizes text messages. But my friend was shot in the neck. And I'm just not really in the state right now to be polite.
This is my favorite part about her, man. She's just real, bro. She's a real one. That's why I say shout out you, Candace Owens, because she said, my friend was shot in the neck. I just really don't have any time to fuck around. And even later on, she says, since we're having fun here, let's bring up this guy. Like, she's not playing around, bro. Just like I said in the beginning, there's a scorched wife out there, widow crying that you're going to hear throughout the nation and the world, like she said, like Erica said. And now there's a scorched best friend. Candace came up with Charlie, if you didn't know. All right, let's keep playing this while I take this call. This is the college.
When it comes to the answers that I am demanding, okay? This is me out to Seth Dillon last night. I sent him Bill Ackman's tweets because, he tweeted, I feel incredibly privileged to have spent a day and shared a meal with Charlie Kirk this summer. He was a giant of a man. I said, any comment on this one, Seth? He didn't answer last night. This morning I said, need a comment ASAP, please. He didn't answer. Then I followed that up and I said, trying again here, you were present when Ackman lost his mind on Charlie and when Bibi invited him to Israel and Charlie refused. Text messages immediately following this meeting are circulating. I find Ackman's statement, as though the meeting was somehow cordial, to be incredibly disturbing. Are you at all disturbed by that tweet? Do you feel, as I do, that this tweet significantly betrays the defined purpose and mood of his, and I presume your, final meeting with Charlie Kirk? Question mark. He was unable to speak to me, but he did place some frantic calls to Turning Point USA. Yeah. You see, I went out to Seth, but I also went out to 2 other people who were at this meeting, and nobody is willing to go on record. They're all messaging each other, trying to figure out a coordinated response to say that, no, this was all quite cordial, but no one wants to go on record and describe it as cordial because they know someone's leaking, because someone's got a guilty conscience about what happened at the Hamptons. So I will again put it out there. Seth, Bill Ackman, and to the other individuals who I have not yet named, but who are going to be named later this week, who were at the Hamptons when Charlie was put under pressure, when Bibi Netanyahu called him and invited him to Israel, again, in a move that when it happened to me, and it wasn't Bibi Netanyahu, felt to me like a laced threat. I am inviting you guys, I will give you my platform, actually, to come clear matters up, to tell us what really.
Yo, welcome in, Anna. Welcome in, Reg. Hey, I got some good news. I just want to let you guys know that I will be holding my first ever campus appearance and student dialogue on October 3rd from 7 to 8:30. I will have security, so don't try nothing. But hey, man, we're running it up. Our first ever, and it's going to be live on our channel. Our first ever live college event where I'm going to be having a presentation, having dialogue with our community about how we can be better as conservatives and right wingers, and how we can come together and bring our community together, left, right, in between, whatever. My first ever college event, again, October 3rd. It will be live streamed. Let's go, man. Let's go. It's on, man. I'm gonna be performing at a college, homie. This banner will be there. It's gonna be it's titled a See Me Now event. And a See Me Now event might be coming to a place near you. Thank you, Anna. Much love to you. Um, I know it's a little late for you to be there, but it will be live streamed so you can watch it over again. Man, Reggie, I'll be having security on there, man. You ain't gonna be able to beat my security, homie. Sorry, guys, I've been a little sick, but man, I can't stop the grind. I gotta keep going, man. But I only got a little bit longer for this live stream, so let's keep going on the video. I love you, Anna. Thank you for being here. I love you, Reg. I love all you guys. Thank you guys for being in here, showing love and support. I'm so happy to announce that I do have a college event coming up, a See Me Now event presented by yours truly on October 3rd from 7 to 8:30. Snacks and drinks will be there. Let's go, man. Let's go. I love you guys. Love you more, Anna. Love you. Reg, thank you. I'm trying to get better. But hey, man, the grind never stops. Let's go. I love you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Listen to the man. You thought that Charlie Kirk's wife was mad? Listen to Candace, because she about to expose everything. Let's go.
Happened because, I think Charlie was definitely on the brink of changing some of his perspectives. And I can tell you factually, Charlie was praying the rosary. Charlie was going to mass. One of my last conversations with Charlie was me joking with him saying, just make the last step. Okay. You are, I said specifically, you're too smart to be a Protestant.
Make sure you
Just
guys
take
like
the
that
last
video
step,
if you haven't
Charlie.
already, man. Share it.
He says, ha ha.
Show some love, man. I love you
Speaking
guys.
about Mary.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you.
And
I'm proud of myself. I got to
typically,
pat myself
when
on the
those
back for this
steps
one.
start taking place, you stop referring to yourself, as I did, as a Judeo-Christian. Again, it is mystifying why, Bibi was out there doing the absolute most to make sure that Charlie was basically remembered as, I would argue, like a Jew, has not been yet mentioned. I didn't hear that. Erica was very clear that Charlie was a Christian, and I believe Charlie obviously was very much a Christian, and that things are not being told truthfully.
Speaking of too, it is a free event. I will not be charging admission. I just think that the community needs to come together so you all can be there. It is free. The room will fit up to 50 people. I'm setting up classroom style so we can have drinks and stuff on the tables and whatnot. But if it packs out and a lot of the college shows up, you guys can stand around and watch. I have no problem with that. But I will be having security there, so don't try nothing. And yes, tea and honey. I definitely need tea and honey for sure. Man, I missed you guys, man. I love seeing your guys' name on my screen, man. I just feel so good when I'm talking to my family.
In fact, I will also call upon, since we're having fun, Turning Point USA.
Like I like that. I'll also call upon, since we're having fun. You can just hear how mad she is. Turning Point USA, Tucker Carlson. Man, she's out for blood. She is out to expose. Man, let's go.
To release the audio of what Charlie Kirk, because I was in communication with Charlie at this time, because I knew exactly which donors were pressuring him and why, exactly which people that they were insisting Charlie allowed to speak at his event and why, when Charlie did not necessarily want those people to speak at his event. Okay. I'm calling upon Turning Point to release the footage of what Charlie said to Tucker Carlson.
Oh, I will be speaking about him because I'm not keeping quiet. It's time to really push the right narrative, man. And everybody's waking up. I'm not the only one that's starting to. Even mainstream starting to call it out. So I got a lot of other stuff I want to cover later too. But I only have about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, then I gotta go, guys. But let's try and run it up. Like the video if you guys are new here. If there's anyone new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I love you guys. But yeah, 100% Anna. Her voice does say it all. But like I said, I got security, man. So I'm not playing around. I don't care. You see how crazy people are acting when it comes to vigils or when it comes to events that are being held like this. So if you come trying anything, I will have an off-duty police officer there, and I will be having campus security there. So yeah, and it's not where I'm outside. It's gonna be inside. So good luck. And I might also be, S to the R or S to the T to the RAPPED.
Before he hit the stage, before, all of that
Yes, I would
craziness and the
never unalive
response to
myself
Tucker
ever.
Carlson's remarks played out. Charlie was mic'd. Surely Tucker Carlson was mic'd. I know Charlie's mic'd the entire time at those events. So I'm asking for everyone to just release Charlie in his own words. I feel like that's pretty fair, right? Let's stop saying how Charlie felt. And instead, if you're going to hold up the letter,
I'll be
release
safe,
it in
Anna,
its
I promise.
entirety. Okay. Why don't you release your messages, Bill? I'll release mine. Let's all just be very forthcoming about what took place. In fact, I'm calling upon Tucker Carlson to speak about that. I know what Charlie said to him, and I'm sure Tucker Carlson won't lie about it. What did Charlie say to you? Dave Smith, what did Charlie say to you? What was Charlie? Did he seem like he was treading in the direction? Like, do we feel like what BB is saying is honest, a representation of what Charlie was going through? This is what I want. I think that the thing that we need here, sunlight is the best disinfectant. Now, does all of this mean that Bibi Netanyahu and that this somehow proves that Israel was involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk? No, we have no evidence of that. We can't say that because there is no evidence of that. But I don't like little lies. That's what I will say. Something that I always say in my household is when there is one lie, there's 20. There's no reason to lie. Bibi could have gone on Fox News and he could have told the truth. He could have said truthfully that Charlie Kirk has always loved Israel. He has always loved Israel as the Holy Land. He's been here many times. And throughout his career, he has been a faithful supporter of Israel. That's not what he said. Okay. He talks about the phone call and didn't give it the proper context. He held up the letter and didn't give it the proper context. And lies by severe omission, I'd like to be very clear, are lies. Lies by severe omission are lies.
I like what she said. She's like, if there's one little lie, there's 20 other ones. And it's true. There's so many rabbit holes that when you go down, you find one little inconsistency, there's many others. I mean, look at the 911 attacks. Look at all these other things that happened. I mean, it's just, to me, it's just sickening. And we're getting to a point where it's so in our faces, we are stupid to not sniff it out. And you're right, Anna. She is speaking, like her voice is speaking out. You can hear the passion. I mean, the last video she updated or what she uploaded right after what happened to Charlie happened, she was, very emotional. She comes out today. She said, there is no intro. I'm going right into it. She's calling people out. I only got about this far last night. I'm probably going to have to end it here in like 5-10 minutes. But yeah, I will be coming back on later. We will finish this video. And I got to say, I feel like Candace is really going to start something. And I'm proud of her. But she needs to stay safe as well. I mean, it's sad that we even have to say that. us Americans have to stay safe as Americans because Americans let these other people from across the water do shit to us like this. It's just wild. Or at least make us scared like this, allegedly, right? I guess I should say that. I don't know, but it is what it is, man. Bill Ackman likes to throw around his power and his money. Where'd he get the money from? Where'd he get it from? Someone should tell me. I don't know. But I love you guys. Let's keep this going until I have to go. We got about 10 minutes.
You're not going to gaslight us and tell us to shut up or call us anti-Semitic for pointing.
Yeah, no, 100%, Anna. If you can't catch it, you can always go back and watch it. I just love when you guys come in here no matter what and show love and support. If you can't catch it, that's fine. But try to. If you can't, like I said, no love lost. 100%. I understand. We're just gonna get to it, man. We're gonna run it up no matter what. So let's go.
Pointing out the fact that Charlie was having a change of heart about the tactics that Israel was using in America, and that he felt when he had left that meeting that he had effectively been blackmailed. Again, my platform is yours, Seth Dillon. My platform is yours, Bill Ackman. So if you want to clarify it, we can do it in front of millions, okay? And I think that that's what people deserve because everyone has PTSD.
I will be getting YouTube Premium here.
We
I'm gonna
watched
buy it
Charlie
right
get
after
shot
this
in the
stream.
throat. That feels a little bit symbolic. It feels
I
like
appreciate you, Anna. I know.
they wanted us to know that his voice was problematic. Again, I don't know who they is.
If you guys are in this
After we
stream,
take this
drop a
brief
like,
break, we're
man.
going to go
Drop a
through
like
the
if you're in this
investigation,
stream.
which
Much
seems to
love to
have
you
a lot
guys.
of inconsistencies.
And if you're new to the stream, hit the subscribe button with the notification bell and comment down below what's happening. I love to talk to you guys. Welcome to the family. Let's go, man.
And holes in it. And we're definitely not yet at the bottom of what in fact took place. But I do know that I severely distrust people who rush to misrepresent things.
By the way, Reg, is that you on my Twitter? It's the same name, so I'm assuming it's you. Let me know in the chat. Yeah, I'll have to do that because, yeah, I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of not having YouTube Premium.
And it's not a good sign when somebody has to ask you, as Greta Van Susteren asked Bibi Netanyahu in his secondary hit regarding Charlie Kirk's assassination. It's not a good sign if somebody even has to ask if you did have anything to do with the assassination. Doesn't make you a great person, okay? And that's what she asked him. Take a listen.
Before I let you go, I want you to address one thing, and it's just the absurdity of it. Some of the internet rumors that somehow Israel is behind the Charlie Kirk
that's
murder,
name,
and I don't believe
like
it for one
singing.
second, but I want you to make a statement. It's so absurd.
That's insane. That's insane. Israel also changes the orbit of the moon. Israel pushes the sun.
Well, is it insane that you're wanted for war crimes? Is that insane? Or is it insane that you're imposing a genocide? I mean, for crying out loud.
I mean, the whole thing is, it's not only insane, it's, I think it's so absurd, so stupid, and so ridiculous. You can't believe that people are saying this. They just found the perpetrator. They'll get to the bottom of this. But
by the way, yeah, they found him, but does it look like the video the FBI released? I mean, everything I'm saying is just my own opinion. None of this is facts, right? I guess I should say that. But man, I'm really starting to think that they're thinking we're dumb. That's just how I feel. I think I'm starting to think that they got away with so much that they're starting to think that we're just blind.
they go, they have no limits. When you hate Jews, when you hate the Jewish state, you're willing to say anything and promote all these absurd rumors. And by the way, they're willing to kill us all the time. I mean, that's what they're doing. And over the centuries, when Jews, especially in the Middle Ages, the horrific Middle Ages, the worst things were said about Jews you couldn't possibly believe. We were poisoning the wells. We were drinking the blood of Christian children. You name it. I mean, these things.
What about that girl who made a 911 call after an explosion or whatever happened? She was in a vehicle, and her whole family, whoever she was around, was all gone, unalived. And she was on the phone 911. And once the ambulance was starting to come towards her, There was a green light that hovered above it, right in front of it, right in front of it. And then, boom, the connection cut off with 911 to the ambulance. What about that poor little girl when she said that, I don't want to talk anymore too much because there's blood coming out of my mouth. I don't want to get my shirt dirty because my mom will have to clean it. She didn't even understand the severity of the danger she was in, of what was going on. And this is what stuff that's happening all the time. All the time. Killing on either side is terrible. But when innocent women and children are involved in this and you hear that phone call, it's kind of hard to believe that you're so angelic. For fucking crying out loud.
Continued actually up to the Holocaust. The Nazis.
That's exactly who I'm talking about. Hind. And RIP. God bless everybody who is a victim. I mean, I just
said the same thing. You know, we're carrying vermin, we're spreading disease, and people believed it. And every time they believed it, this was a prelude to a greater and greater massacre, culminating with the worst massacre of them all, the Holocaust.
Meet Devoto AI.
had to say that. Had to say the worst massacre of them all, right? Yeah, I think that after 100 years, right? I think that after 100 years, you kind of sit there and think, I posted on my X. You guys, I want you guys real quick here. Let's hold on. Never mind. We'll do it at the end because I got to get out here in a few minutes. Go follow my X account. But what I'm gonna say is this: that you think that 100 years later, when we're watching what's going on in Gaza, you're kind of thinking, well, God, isn't this a giant massacre? Isn't this a giant Holocaust in a way? Allegedly using that term, I guess I don't know. Will I get canceled? But for fucking crying out loud, what are you doing? I mean, back then they didn't drop bombs like that. They're bombing this place every day. Like, you start to think that, man, we forget about what happened 100 years ago. Not forget, but start focusing on what's happening right now. I mean, the same shit's happening right now, but now look who's doing it. That's all I got to say.
Well, he's mentioned the Holocaust. Guess we can't prod the narrative any further, guys. Holocaust. So everybody's just stopped talking about anything. I mean, hey, he's the victim. It's absurd. It's just absurd. The Holocaust happened. You heard him. We're sick of this shit. We really are. And there will be no narrative that I will not prod when it comes to figuring out why people are lying about the state that Charlie was in when it came to the topic of Israel. Again, you can examine Charlie in his own words. He was starting to talk about topics that you're not really allowed to talk about when you take money and big checks are being written. And that pressure was increasing every single day. In fact, he was telling the truth even about Jeffrey Epstein. Take a listen.
Epstein with his little friend Ghislaine and Ghislaine's father, Robert Maxwell, who was obviously a spy of the Israeli intelligence agencies, that there was something else going on here. Epstein was not some sort of whiz kid hedge fund manager. Epstein was playing a part. Epstein,
by the way, if you're new to the stream, hit the like button, man.
Was a LARPer. Epstein was cast for a specific role, and he played it really well. The sweatpants and the Harvard jacket, the kind of disheveled hair, looking as if he was so smart and above the clouds that he...
Well, let's watch how we talk on this channel, though, bro. Once we start going live on X or Rumble, things like that, because I'm going to start going live on Rumble and shit, then we can go ahead and talk like that. But let's try and at least get myself remonetized in October.
He was doing advanced mathematic equations on the back of napkins, but if you actually go into some of the videos of people that met with Epstein at the time, they said he was awfully unimpressive when it came to finance and markets and economics. And it's nothing new that if you're in the intel agencies, you want to try and get as much blackmail on powerful people as possible. Easy, not hard. And this is no longer just speculation. First of all, the evidence that shows that Epstein was a creation of either Mossad, Israeli intelligence, American intelligence, Saudi intelligence, or maybe he was just a hired gun. Maybe he was just the guy that countries would go to and park a couple $100 million and say, hey, can you get one of the members of the royal family with a 13-year-old so we can get them to do what we want to do? Members of Congress are actively being blackmailed. The Epstein playbook is being used on a daily basis. Jeffrey Epstein was not a financier. He was not a hedge fund manager. Jeffrey Epstein was a key player in a multi-decade blackmail
All
operation.
right, bro, I removed it, but I didn't want to, but hey, man. But still watch how you talk on here, please. Like I said, once we go to Rumble, we get all these other things going, we will be able to talk more freely. But for now, we gotta still continue to try and get remonetized and beat the system, and then we'll do just like kind of like what Myron does. We'll stream. We'll be on YouTube. Then we'll go to Rumble. Then we'll or Rumble and X or something. But just know, please, let's try and keep it regular in here, please, because they do go off chats
and against the most powerful people on the planet.
This game, you're not ready.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems to conflict with BB's narrative a little bit. Yeah, just a tiny bit. I do want to say this. It's important because I am angry. I will obviously, I pray to move on from this phase, but it's a fire in my belly right now.
Yeah,
To those of you who
tell.
think that you are going to replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are born. You don't just get to depose and tell us that we're going to follow this individual, okay? I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA. You put a shill in Charlie Kirk's chair, in Charlie Kirk's company, and you try to tell us to follow that individual, I will be an enemy of you. There will be nothing that can stop me. Okay. And I want you guys to understand, this is not a threat. This is a promise. There will be nothing that can stop me. I will release every single text message. So to those of you who are trying that, I'm seeing the messages. I am telling you to back off right now. Like right now. Don't do it. Okay. Don't you think about it. I know exactly who you are.
Yeah, she's pissed, bro. You can just tell. Like, I love the passion.
I know exactly who you were that were exerting pressure. Don't you pretend to be noble now and say nice things about Charlie Kirk and think you're going to slide into his chair. Okay?
Because what was crazy too earlier is when she was talking about how that guy was posting on Twitter that, oh, Charlie's a man's man. I'm glad that I could have spent one day with him. But that day, he flipped out on Charlie. So that's why she sent the messages to the other guy saying, doesn't this make you feel weird? Like, why? What's going on here? And no one's replying. It's pretty evident that there's something going on behind the scenes.
Over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged. Now, I'm going to take a pause. We're going to go to some sponsors, and then we're going to get into what we are being told by the agencies. There are definitely some holes. Maybe more is coming out. First, this is fantastic that Preborn is doing this. Every state, she's talked about what we're going to talk about the Kirk assassination thus far in terms of what the authorities are telling us. First, I just want to toss it to Michael Savage because the energy of this, what Michael Savage had to say about everything that we're hearing is pretty much all of us right now. Take a listen.
The so-called FBI, something's wrong. I know I shouldn't do this. I'm risking an awful lot to go up against this FBI, the MAGA FBI. Something's very wrong with what I just heard. I mean, I watched it. I was hoping that they had caught the bastard who shot Charlie. So we saw a video of a person jumping off the roof. It looked very legitimate to me. However, there was no rifle in his hand. Now, the Mauser does not break down very easily, incidentally, for those of you who know weapons. Something's wrong with the whole thing. They're trying to claim he removed the barrel from the Mauser and fit the receiver and stock in his backpack and barrel in his pants leg all in 2 seconds. it is not easy to remove a Mauser barrel or index it after reinstalling and remain accurate. We are not hearing or seeing reality.
Okay, I agree with this guy 100%. 100%. It is crazy. I don't agree that this is the guy anyway that they have. Um, I have a Rumble account. I just haven't streamed on it really, but I will be streaming on it more since this censorship and all this stuff. And now that I'm like really awakened, we're just gonna start streaming on Rumble X, what have you. But um, yeah, we're gonna go over this next part when I'm off work, so we can have time to break it down and talk about it and all that other stuff. We got 37 minutes of this video in. I'm very happy about it. So for now, guys, I am going to have to get off. I love you guys. If you're new to the channel and you're new to the stream, just hit the like button before I get off so we can get the likes up. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be supportive of the channel and always be part of every single live stream. RIP Charlie Kirk, something smells. We're going to continue to dig. Just like Candace said, we're not gonna let this shit, die down. One little lie means there's 20 other ones. Let's figure out what they are and let's continue to get the truth out. I love you guys. I will for sure, Anna. I will definitely tell them and give them a hug for you. But yeah, R.I.P. Charlie. I will be streaming on Rumble and X and stuff like that when I want to talk freely. For now, right now, we're just gonna stay on YouTube. But again, I'm happy to announce that on October 3rd, I will be having my first ever college campus. Um, my first ever college campus. Fuck, the word's leaving me. Promotion show, whatever. Appearance. There we go. College campus appearance. Gonna be going there talking, bringing up topics, trying to bring the community together, and also spit facts and teach people a little bit about what's really going on and what mainstream media is not talking about. So, I love you guys. Thank you guys for being in here. Um, I love you too, Anna. Much love, much love. I'll see you later, Siegfried. I'll see you later, Anna. If you can't make it, that's okay. I know you'll rewatch it or whatever. You don't even have to do that. Just make it to the next one. I know you guys will support me no matter what. That's why I feel so blessed, and I am highly favored and blessed by the universe to be here. And just in case, too, let's go to X. Follow my X account. In case you want to see or hear me speak freely, here it is. So there's my X account. As you guys can see, it's at 0_Kanye_0. So go ahead, follow that. Again, it's 0_Kanye_0. I appreciate you guys for showing up and showing out. We are gonna run it up. Whoop whoop. Let's keep being proud of what we're accomplishing, guys. Hope you guys have a blessed day. I gotta get to work, so I'm not late. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit, man. God bless every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for showing love and support. I will be back on later tonight to finish that video and chop it up with you guys. I'll get just for you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all the love and support. I love you guys, man. I'm gonna hop off. Again, hit the like on the video, man. Show some love and support. Again, man, just highly blessed and highly favored by you guys, and I can't be any more grateful. So until the next time tonight, be safe, keep learning, and keep pressing the line, guys. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Much love to everybody. Deuces.